Hi, I'm Matthew.
Hey, I'm Thais.
Hi, I'm Megan.
Hi, I'm Dawson.
And this is Cowley Culture Talk. Culture Talk is a podcast meant to highlight international students and our international students on this campus here at Cowley. International students face a whole host of challenges when it comes to adjusting to life in America. Sometimes it's the little things that matter the most. Today, we're going to talk about being away from home in a foreign land. And I think that that's something that even for our domestic students can be tough, moving up here, moving down here, wherever you're from. So our first topic is homesickness. I think a lot of students have problems with that, right? Yeah? So, Thais, you first. What affects you most about homesickness?
I think during the weekends when I don't have my family around, and then when I don't have classes, when I don't have so many things to do. So I would say the weekends.
So Megan, you're from Wichita, right?
Right.
And for you, it's about an hour drive home.
Yeah, I'm a really bad driver, so I don't drive very often. But I've never gotten that homesick. I like to travel a lot, and I've been really lucky. I've gone out of the country about 7 times. But whenever I'm there, I don't really get homesick. So I'm just kind of used to being a little bit away from home. But when I do really miss my mom, I just call her. It's nice.
Yeah. What about you, Dawson?
Well, coming here, I personally never experienced homesickness in the past, but kind of the first initial month, that shock, definitely experienced just some isolation.
Yeah.
Not having my family there every day.
Yeah. And Thais, you said that too, that when there's that dead time, when there's nothing going on, you're used to your family kind of being around to hang out. That's kind of our next topic, food issues. I think that's the biggest thing out there. Food, food, food. We hear it from not just our international students, we hear it from everyone. Thais, for you, when you came to America, what was something that struck you as oh my gosh, this is so good?
Peanut butter, I was not used to eat peanut butter, and now I love. I eat with celery or with bread, with fruits, with anything.
I love the time that my parents used to make this thing. You take celery and you put peanut butter and then you put raisins and they call it ants on a log. Oh, it's fun. It's fun. Good stuff. So yeah, we do have good stuff. I think everybody in the world has peanut butter, but we do eat a lot of peanut butter. And we have peanut butter in everything, our chocolate, and we put it in all sorts of yummy things. So the bad. And I think there's a lot of things, so let's keep it to a few things. What would you say is the worst thing about American cuisine?
I would say you guys fry a lot of things, a lot of food. Sometimes I wish I had fresh vegetables and not frozen vegetables.
Okay. What about you, Megan?
I really love to cook, and I'm really used to cooking. So for myself, where everything is greasy, so if I go out, I'm really just buying more greasy food versus if I could go home, I could make it a lot better, I think.
One thing I definitely miss, and on my mom's side of the family, which originally from Colorado, is this homegrown sweet corn. Not something we necessarily have around here. And going off what Thais said, a lot of greasy, fattening food.
Which I eat plenty of, but gosh, I shouldn't. But what are you going to do? I would say, for me, the thing that just irritates me about American cuisine, and you guys, you may experience this too, is that it seems like Americans often act as if nothing is truly American, right? But we do have things that are solidly American, but the things that we often think of solidly American are the things that are the worst, our burgers, our hot dogs, those things. But there are other things that are uniquely American.
Pancakes.
Really good. Pancakes? Yeah, I mean, there's other places in the world, but we are famous for our pancakes. Our International House of Pancakes.
Yes.
Specifically, which is amazing. I think our breakfasts in America in general are really, really good, and I think the world
brunch, the idea of brunch.
Yeah. Oh, thank God. I don't know who made that up, but if it is America, thank you, America. But if it's not, Whoever made it up, amazing. Let's get into our sponsor today, which is Wild Planet Wild Sardines in extra virgin olive oil. We're going to play a little game here, and these bad boys are going to be involved in the final portion of this game. So what it is this game is going to be between me and you guys. I'm going to be asking the questions, you're going to be answering. I've got 5 questions. You have to get to 3 correct answers in order to avoid having to eat a sardine. If you answer 3 correct, I will eat a sardine. If you answer only 2 correct, you will have to eat a sardine.
Since there's 3 of us, I feel like you should eat 3.
Okay. Is that fair?
I feel like
so
that's fair.
1 sardine for each of you, but if you win and I lose, I will eat 3 sardines. Okay. All right. So and I have some pictures to go with these. So we'll start off with our first. And what you're going to be telling me is you're going to be guessing, and it's multiple choice. Okay. You're going to be guessing where this unique cuisine is from. So the first one, it looks a little like this.
Kind of reminds me of a shepherd's pie.
Yeah, with fish head, with sardines sticking out. So we're sticking with the sardine theme for the moment. This is called a stargazy pie, and I'll give you a little information on it. It's a savory pie filled with eggs, potatoes, I think we can get behind that, and sardines. And often the sardines are arranged to peek through the crust, as they are here. So, of these 3 choices, A, South Africa, B, Canada, C, England, which of those 3 countries is this originally from?
What are those? Okay.
C.
C, England? They are correct.
Good.
England is correct. All right, so
Good job, guys.
that's 1 for them. I'm getting a little nervous, but let's go to the next one here, and this is Huitlacoche, and I'll show you guys a picture here.
What is France?
Huitlacoche. You can see that that's corn, but on the corn, that is a disease that we call smut. It is a fungus, okay? So they allow the corn to grow that fungus. Tell you a little bit about it. Again, it's corn smut, a fungus, that is allowed to grow, then eaten in a variety of ways, including raw. They often will puree it and put it in with other dishes as well. I'll give you a little hint as well, although the countries will help with that as well. It's often paired with tortillas or some sort of flatbreads. So here are the 3 choices. A, Mexico, B, Belize, or C, Cuba. Huitlacoche. Where do you think it's from?
Mexico?
Mexico, all right. Correct.
Good.
Mexico, that's 2. All right, you've got to get these last 3 wrong or I'm eating 3 sardines. The next one is, I think, the most horrendous of them all. It is this cheese here. It may not look the grossest from here, but we'll talk about it here in a second. And this cheese, it is a pecorino cheese, which is a hard cheese made from sheep's milk. It is called casu marzu. And what they do is they make the pecorino, and then they allow cheese flies to lay their maggots onto the cheese. So the maggots are introduced, and the cheese rots. So here are your 3 options: France, Portugal, or Italy. What are we going to go with?
Italy, and that's our final answer.
Italy? All right. Italy is correct. All right, well, let's get to these last 2. They have already defeated me. I have no chance of coming back, but let's go to the next one. The next one is called Arog, and it doesn't look especially odd there, right? It's just, it's actually a beer. They have the ladle in there so that they can ladle it into cups. And Arog is fermented horse milk. So they take the horse milk, they allow it to ferment, and they get it sort of frothy. and it has a beer-like texture. So, is this Arog fermented horse milk from A, Finland, B, Mongolia, or C, Iran? All right, Finland, final answer?
Yeah.
I don't have to ring the bell this time. We should have went with this one first. It is from Mongolia. Maybe that should count as 2 wrong since you were just really, really wrong. No? No? Okay. I've saved what I think is the best for last. This is a delicacy in quite a few places in the world, but this is where it is probably most eaten. Okay? So, here's a picture of this. So this is the delicacy known as balut, spelled B-A-L-U-T. Okay, we'll get a good shot of it there. What that is a partially fertilized duck egg, usually from a mallard. And it is eaten shell and all after it's boiled, often eaten with vinegar and salt, and often with the feathers on it. So like I said, fertilized duck egg with partially developed fetus and boiled. Is this from A, India, B, the Philippines, or C, Mongolia? You going with the Philippines? All right, they are correct. The Philippines. 4-1. Yes, it's a traditional Filipino dish. It was actually brought to the Philippines by the Chinese in the late 1800s. I have lost, and so we will take a short moment for me to enjoy some sardines as we're wrapping up. But let's move to our last short topic, and that is something that I think international students have right away when they get here, especially if they have no one that speaks their own language. But it's still it's a process to get involved with what's going on campus. I think the first thing that we notice is language barriers, right? Would you agree, Thais?
Definitely.
The language barriers for you, going up to some of your other peers that maybe don't speak Portuguese. Is it nerve-wracking to try and speak English to them at first?
Yes, at the beginning it is, but then you improve. If you make new friends and you practice, you will improve your English and everything will be fun. But there are some specific words that I like. It's just hard, like purged. I still cannot.
Which
like
word?
bought.
Purchased.
Purchased.
Purchased. Okay.
Or squirrel.
Squirrel.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's
interesting.
interesting.
How my friend from Germany says it too.
See,
Squirrel.
some words are
really
yes.
tough. Yeah. Okay. I think that's even for Americans, some of those squirrel is. I think some people have a problem with that. I have a problem with the word wolf. I always say wolf. I always miss the L in it. I say woof, like a dog barking. Woof instead of wolf. So that's a hard one. But so the pronunciation can be hard. The cultural differences for many students coming to the U.S. can be pretty stark. The United States has its own sort of flair for things. So what are some things that you noticed right away culturally that were really different?
You guys don't really hug each other here, how we do in Brazil. Every time we see our friends, we hug them, we give a kiss in each cheek.
Yeah.
I would say that.
Burping.
Yes, burping. Burping. Burping.
Burping. We burp a lot more.
Yes,
You think?
I would say yes.
We're not ashamed to do it.
Yes,
at all.
exactly.
So is burping like farting in Brazil? Like you do it like less off. Like you try to like go excuse yourself to burp.
Yes, or you burp and you say excuse.
Okay. Yeah. See, like at a dinner table, we do that. I mean, we at least say excuse. Usually, sometimes. Well, depends what dinner table, right? Depends what dinner table. The hugging thing. I hug my family, but it is kind of odd. I feel like a lot of foreigners in general, not just from South America or Europe, from everywhere in the world, they'll stand closer together, and they're okay with being closer.
Yes.
Americans like our space, right? We like big, wide open space. But I don't know, for whatever reasons, Americans are weirded out by, especially the kissing thing. We don't kiss each other. I don't know. What do you think about it, Megan?
Yeah, when I went to Romania, and they're very much on like hugging. if you're really close, they would like give you kisses on your cheeks. And I didn't really mind it. I'm kind of a touchy person, so I love hugs.
Yeah, that's a little different. Americans do tend to look each other in the eye and smile. I mean, heck, when we drive by each other, we give a wave. Do you guys do that in Brazil?
Yes, we do. But
Okay.
I feel that we say more hi to each other in Brazil.
Okay.
Maybe if you are in one side of the street and your friend is the other side, you say hey more often than people do here. Like.
So you think we ignore each other? Yeah.
I was ignored many times here. I say like hey, and the person just.
No, I don't know
like,
if that's unique to you or if that really is what's happening, but I don't know. I think it does. Yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up, and we don't have anything else to do we?
I think we do. Right here. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, as promised, Wild Planet, we appreciate your sponsor. Actually, I don't appreciate it whatsoever, but they only got 4 right, so I only have to eat 3.
Yep.
I'm glad you didn't say I have to eat how many ever you get right. Popped a little. Here we go. We're trying to open it.
He's pretending. He just really does not want to eat it.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't get it open. I can't get it open. Oh, Thais got it open.
And she doesn't even eat fish.
Oh,
but
gosh.
I used to eat.
You did that like a pro. Are you sure you don't want one? No? Okay. So we're gonna dip into this, and I hope there's not very many. Oh my gosh, these are huge. Come on, I don't have to eat 3 of these, do I?
You said
these are
you said
huge.
each of us.
How about 3 bites? I wouldn't have made you eat this whole thing. I didn't know they were that big. If I have to eat 3 of these. Come on, give me a break, guys. All right.
2, it's fine.
2. She's gonna have mercy on me and go with 2. So here's number 1. Let's dig in.
How is
Do
it?
you usually eat sardines?
No, not at all. It's fishy, which I like fish. I think this is more the thought of it. It's actually not that bad. It's boneless, or the bones are emulsified. And I don't know, it's kind of tasty.
Is it your first time?
Yeah. I mean,
really? I used to eat a lot back at home when I was not vegetarian.
Oh my gosh! So you like these?
I used to.
You used to. All right. Well, unless you want one.
No.
No.
We're all allergic. Sorry, we just got it this morning.
So I'm gonna eat this last one. Sardine is a really odd fish. All right, I'm almost done. I'm only eating 2 of these because the thought of it is grossing me out more than anything. The oiliness. If the camera can get in here on that, can we see that? I don't want to spill this out.
Yeah. No, maybe you don't.
They're just absolutely just oily mess.
But it's a good oil.
It is. At least
virgin
it's
olive oil.
Extra virgin olive oil. At least it's a good oil. Yeah, she's right. So, well, that's our show. We appreciate you guys coming in, and we'll see you next time for Cowley Culture Talk. Culture.
Okay.
Culture.
You guys can.
Culture.
Culture. Okay, culture.
Culture.
Culture. Culture.
Yeah, it's close.
I would just say this is